Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Investing Bros Morning Show. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you when you're watching this. We're so glad you're watching this content. We got some amazing news about XRP yesterday and some others as well. We're going to be looking at that news. We're going to be looking at some charts. If you're excited about that, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well, as we cover everything you need to know about your crypto investments, both from the news perspective and the charts perspective, so that you can make the best decisions for yourself possible. Before we jump into some of those news updates, let's do a very quick market rundown this morning. And T-Shroom, go ahead and share my screen here. We're looking at a rise this morning, up to 77%, predicting we're going to have a pause here in November. Some of you might know we dipped below 70 yesterday, getting down to 69%, but we are back up this morning. It is looking like the Fed is leaning towards staying paused at this moment. So that is a positive sign. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, after our dip yesterday, did fall 1 point down to 49 after being at 50 yesterday. So that's not too big of a difference. The market's kind of staying very, very neutral. Now, other than XRP, there weren't a lot of big moves in the top 20. XRP, of course, up 480. The truth is there weren't a lot of big moves in the top 100 either, because our biggest gainer is that XRP token in the last 24 hours. Matic as well, also up 4%. That's another top 20 coin. And right outside of the top 20, Avalanche or AVAX, number 21, coming in at 3.69. So some green coins for sure, but nothing necessarily too big. We did have a couple bigger losers. Bitcoin SV, of course, had a big day yesterday, but all good things must come to an end. It is our biggest loser today, down 6%. Aave is also down almost 6%, and GMX coming in third place there, down 5%. We'll jump into the charts here to end the video, but I want to throw it over to T-Shroom to cover some of these big headlines. Of course, none of them bigger than the one coming out of the XRP camp. T-Shroom, what are we seeing this morning?
Absolutely. Well, Tim, I just realized the majority of these stories are coming out of Washington. So we'll start with XRP rallies amid Singapore license approval and SEC appeals rejection. So this is not Singapore, not Washington. Singapore is obviously not Washington. But the big one here is that the SEC has appealed, has actually rejected the appeal. So XRP, as of now, no longer faces the threat of the SEC coming down and saying that it's not a security for retail. So that is a big win for XRP, and it's reflected on the price. Maybe not to the amplification that some would have expected, but yeah. And then you also get the added bonus of Singapore license there. So that's great. And then Coinbase, not so great headline here. Coinbase attempts to add SEC lawsuit should be rejected, U.S. regulator argues. So that hasn't happened yet. But the U.S. regulator, of course, being the SEC, right? So this is just kind of a tick there against Coinbase, but that's exactly what you'd expect from a lawsuit, right? So again, not a outcome quite yet for that case, but you can see there the things are heating up. And in Washington D.C., things have definitely heated up. You probably have heard if you pay attention to mainstream media, but we wanted to bring it to you here because it could have some crypto implications. Because an opportunity is opening up. Speaker of the House is now up for grabs, right? And it could, right now it's been crypto advocate Republican Patrick McHenry temporarily take Speaker's seat in the House, but it could also be Tom Emmer. Tom Emmer's ascension to the role could prove to be a monumental triumph for cryptocurrency sector. Tom Emmer, of course, a huge proponent, but Patrick McHenry, also a giant proponent as well. So it could be a win-win for the crypto strong, as the Speaker of the House there gets a reshuffle, and then also this one not really related to crypto at all, but Nancy Pelosi evicted from her private office in the Capitol by interim House Speaker McHenry. So McHenry's been busy. Hopefully he'll make as big of decisions there for crypto as he did for swiftly moving Nancy Pelosi out of her private office, which apparently she wasn't supposed to be in. I don't know all the details there, but
Nancy Pelosi losing her private office is one thing. It'd be nice if Gary Gensler lost his private office and his private position as head of the Fed. But the SEC. I don't know. I said Fed. That's Jerome Powell. Yeah, it'd be nice if McHenry could make some other things go away as well. But you know what? We take what we can get when we can get it. T-Shroom, and I do think, as you said, both candidates, McHenry and Emmer, both massive defenders and promoters of crypto's ability to be utilized in this economy. So I'm very excited either way for both of those. Hopefully that carries some momentum moving forward. But let's go ahead, T-Shroom. Let's go ahead and jump into some charts. But I do want to start off with a tweet I put out yesterday that people should be aware of. Go give it some love, though. Only 10 likes. You got 4 different comments below. Ron Burtag, shout out to him. I don't think he likes me very much. That's okay, though, Ron. I like you anyway. He says, always so bearish, always. That's not true. I'm not always bearish, but I am realistic. And when I see charts like this, guys, this is a chart coming out yesterday. Kraken just had its largest inflow that it has had since 2018. You guys can see here a couple of months ago, massive drop off of the Kraken reserve, and it just skyrocketed yesterday. And when I say the largest inflow, it was the largest one-day inflow Kraken has seen since 2018. Guys, if you don't remember, 2018 was the bear market. I'm not saying we're going to new lows. I'm not saying the bear market is just restarted and it's going to get worse. What I'm saying is a massive inflow like this often comes with a drop in price. Now, with that said, we're going to move over and take a look at the Bitcoin charts. Let me get rid of my Fibonacci levels, and I'm going to pull those back up here in just a second. On the shorter time frame, Bitcoin is actually rallying right now. So this is a positive sign right now. Of course, we're going to take a look at the XRP chart in just a second, but Bitcoin getting a little bounce off of a trend line that we drew yesterday during our Discord meetup in lieu of the live stream. We drew this one yesterday. Bitcoin made a perfect bounce right off of it, and we're moving to the upside. Now, the Fibonacci levels that I had drawn here, let's go ahead and pull those up, and then I'm going to pull up some oscillators as well. We're going to look here in this recent move since the pull back down to 26,000 back on the 25th of September. We just came back down to retest the 0.5 level. There's 2 things I want to keep an eye on when we're looking at this resurgence. We're going to look at some oscillators here in a second. If I even pull these up, you guys can see major bearish reversals, even on the 4-hour chart. Pretty much every bearish reversal you can get on the chart prime oscillators, as well as some other things on the RSI as well. But my point here is I think a rebound is coming. The question is, did we just hit that peak at 27.6 where the 0.382 level is? Are we going to make it back up to the 0.236? Maybe back to 28,000? We talked about that possibility as well. These are absolutely doable pushback ups, but when you start to come out to the longer time frames, guys, you do have to begin to ask the question, are we going to make a bigger move to the downside? Is that Kraken news bigger than what people want it to be? And could we be seeing some new lows coming for the most recent last couple of months? Not saying we're going to break below 15.5. I'm just saying I do think that we're going to start looking at that $25,000 price being tested quite heavily. Now, let's focus on some good stuff, though, and then semi-good stuff. XRP had a nice little boost. Of course, with Judge Torres denying the SEC's appeal, the price of XRP was the biggest mover within the last 24 hours. But there is something we're keeping our eyes on here. We're on the daily chart. We did get this red reversal back here, but we're making a new move. Nothing has flashed, but there is a trend line that we have since all the way back on March 13th for XRP that we had as support. We even kept as support after losing the 55-cent region here a couple of months ago, but now we have lost that support and have used it over these last 2 surges as resistance. Guys, it's going to be very important for XRP to get back above this line. If it cannot, and if we do get the bearish flash and we continue to use this red line as resistance, watch out for another trend line that we have not been we haven't touched recently whatsoever, but this trend line going back all the way to June of 2022 as several support touches. You guys know that we have talked about this. Several other channels as well as talked about XRP move. If Bitcoin does break below 25,000, it starts to make a move down towards 20,000. XRP, we're looking at a range between 45 cents and about 45 to 41, and then worst case scenario 35. This trend line would suggest 35 might be out of the woods, so we're probably looking somewhere more in the region of 41 cents. But as you can see, that very much we could see XRP kind of keel over right here. Oop, did not grab my marker. we absolutely could see XRP keel over and start to make a move down to retest this support level somewhere in that 41 cent region before making a bounce. Guys, we are going to see charts go up and to the right, but some things we're seeing coming out. There's some mixed bags of emotions going on. Don't fall and trade emotionally. Take the data, think about it critically, and make your trades responsibly. Guys, that's all we have for you this morning. We're going to go in more depth this afternoon. We are back live today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the new showtime for Investing Bros. Do not miss a single episode. Make sure you're smashing that like button, hitting that subscribe, and hit notification bell so you're here for all of our content. With that said, though, you guys have an amazing morning, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots, stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor, the TA. Shout it out loud on the PA. T-Shrooms news, got the word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots, stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.